Mr. Mehta, the way Cyrus Mistry was removed, doesn't it make it clear that there was mistrust between Cyrus Mistry and Tata Trusts, which is the principal shareholder of Tata Sons?
No, I would not agree with that classification. There is no question of mistrust as such. There were certain issues which we in the trust had with the performance in the Tata Sons, because that would affect the dividend payable to the trusts. So we those concerns, and those communicated to the Tata Sons and the chairman. So this is all about it. There is no question of mistrust as such. When you have issues raised and those being considered, that's not a situation of mistrust. I'd like to completely dispel that idea.
Mr. Mehta, Cyrus Mistry in his letter to the board says that he was not given any opportunity to defend himself. Now, given the situation, given the companies involved, the Tata group involved, don't you think the situation could have been handled a lot better?
You see, I don't think I'm competent to comment on how it was handled in Tata Sons board. We are different entities. We have a separate board. And we have no role in the functioning as such of the Tata. I'll be able to comment on how it was handled there and how it was sort of considered, etc. All that I know is what I read in the newspapers, no more than that. So I don't think I have anything more to add to that.
Mr. Mehta, you told me yesterday about how TCS and JLR were the only two Tata companies which have been firing on all cylinders. Apart from that, the performance of most of the other Tata companies was not up to the mark. And to that extent, that was also affecting the financials of the holding company Tata Sons. And to that extent, the charitable work was also getting affected. So is that something which is the main premise on which Mr. Mistry had to be removed?
I would say that this was one of the premises. You see, let me tell you that in the Tata Trust, we have a very extensive program of philanthropic activities in India and abroad with some of the eminent world-class institutions like MIT, University of California, San Diego, etc., where we have set up centers for research and design. So all these activities need to be financed and sustained. So we need money, and we need, since we have invested our money majorly in Tata Sons, it is invested in Tata Sons where we hold 2/3 of the shareholding. So our main source of income also is from this investment. And if there is any situation in which the flow of this dividend is likely to get affected or in future, will be a matter of concern to us. So this is definitely one of the major concerns that we had, and we flagged this issue with the Tata Trust that today we have this excellent performance by TCS and JLR, but there are business cycles in every industry. We already hear of a churning IT industry. We hear of Chinese super luxury cars sort of being stagnant or even slowing. So what is important not only these two companies, but the other two companies should also contribute to Tata Sons' profit, which in turn will help them to give us the healthy dividend. So this was the whole logic for this particular consideration, that the profitability of the other companies who are showing very little profit, or some of them are even losses, even if you take the 6-7 flagship companies of the Tata Group, that is the situation that is prevailing today. So this did arise as a matter of concern for the trusts.
But Mr. Mehta, the fact of the matter also is that, for example, if you look at historically, TCS has always been contributing over 80 or maybe 85% of the group's profits for a very long time. And JLR for quite some time has been doing rather well. But that in contrast, I mean, if you look at the performance of companies like Tata Steel or even Tata Motors for that matter, excluding JLR that is, or Tata Power or Tata Teleservices, things have never looked very good, not in the recent years.
No, but that is why it needs to be improved. If the companies are having low profitability or they are not profitable and are incurring losses, steps should be taken to bring them back to health. That is important.
Because Mr. Mistry also went about saying that the Articles of Association was modified and that restricted the powers of the Tata Group chairman to script a turnaround for the group as a whole. And that's something he was citing to say that he had limited powers given the modification in the Articles of Association which dealt with the powers of the Tata Sons chairman.
I have no idea this assertion of Mr. Mistry. In the first place, I have not seen what Mr. Mistry has said.
Mr. Mehta, I mean, we have seen Tata Trusts file caveats in multiple forums yesterday, including the NCLT and also the Supreme Court. I mean, do you expect a long legal battle going forward?
Now, I am not aware of Tata having filed any caveats. What I read in the newspapers, I have no personal knowledge, that because it is Tata Sons matters which do not concern the trust directly. So, if Tata Sons have filed the caveats, I am not aware. But from the newspapers we read that they have filed caveats in case there is a legal to the decision of the.
When Cyrus Mistry talks about lack of corporate governance in Tata Sons, you as the principal shareholder of Tata Sons, the holding company for the group, how do you respond to such charges?
Again, you are referring to some letter of Mr. Mistry, about the contents of which I am not aware. So, firstly, I do not know what exactly are the words he has used and how he has described this. And secondly, when he says that Tata Sons, the corporate governance was lack, I am not aware of any issues that he may have raised with the Tata Trusts.
So, this is not something that was discussed between Tata Trusts and the Tata Sons chairman?
No, not in our trust board meetings.
Finally, I mean, it's also a matter of cultural disconnect between Cyrus Mistry and what has been the Tata ethos over the years. And that is also one reason why I'm going to the next question. When it comes to charity, when it comes to philanthropy, I mean, over the years, Tatas have been at the forefront. Were there signs that things wouldn't have been same had Cyrus continued for long as the group chairman?
I did not see as such any kind of apathy or antagonism to the philanthropic work from Mr. Cyrus Mistry. So I would not say that there was any concern on this matter, on this aspect.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at etnowlive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/etnow.